Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing r/EntitledParents. Now before I start the video, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's commenting and leaving feedback and positivity. It's really encouraging and I'm so glad you guys are enjoying the videos. Now another thing I want to mention is that I was really hoping to be able to record this video using my brand new microphone, which I dropped a pretty penny on, but unfortunately it's still not arrived. It is saying that it's currently out for delivery and I held off waiting as long as I could, but if I wanted to have a video out today, then I needed to make a start on recording and editing. So knowing my luck, the new microphone will probably be delivered while I'm recording this, but anyway, on with the Entitled Parents. Entitled Parent cries of rage inside a clinic, an actual clinic. I'll keep the intro short. I was doing an internship in an audiology clinic of a public hospital in the summer of 2018. I'm an audiology student. Luckily, the clinic I was working at is one of the top clinics in the country, with 95% of well-mannered patients, but sometimes when the stars align, Karen's kids have gotten good grades and there is only one chocolate bar left at the store, we have these kind of patients. ED is entitled Dad, EM entitled Mom, the child is quite a nice kid, CA, clinic audiologist in the event. So I entered the clinic 5 minutes than usual that day, which was 9:05 AM. The moment I entered through the doors, I heard a friend shouting, "Enough! Shut the hell up and get out!" After reaching the crime scene, I saw entitled Dad flailing his arms around shouting, "This is crap! You cannot treat me like this! Everyone is seeing what you're doing!" Meanwhile, the shouting friend is glaring at them like he is Inigo Montoya and they have killed his father. After this, the secretary, keeping his calm, escorts them outside. My friend is around 1.92 and quite well built, so he looks quite scary when angry, and our secretary was one of the night shift guards at the psych ward of the hospital before he got relocated. Entitled Dad is around 1.75 centimeters, so you can imagine the scene. Meanwhile, Entitled Mom is doing nothing but follow and shoot death glares at everyone. Meanwhile, one of the audiologists, clinic audiologist, is just standing still with the smuggest but calmest smile you can ever imagine. After asking around what the hell was going on, the story unfolded. This part is from 4 different eyewitnesses, which includes a professor, 2 other interns, and the clinic audiologist. Entitled parents were bringing their child for speech therapy. The speech therapy department is also inside the same clinic. When they arrived at the hospital at 9 AM, the therapist had not yet arrived, which sometimes can result in people arriving 5 minutes late because parking of the hospital is an absolute nightmare. The entitled parents had arrived and without checking with the secretary, went into the inside section and asked about the therapist, which clinic audiologist replied with, "Oh, he hasn't arrived. He will probably be here in a few minutes," which entitled Dad replied with a death stare and a loud, "What are you?" Yes, not "Who are you?" Probably meant as a "What the hell are you?" Clinic audiologist told me that at this point she had realized the situation, so she replied with, "Oh, I'm just a human working here." This is the part where I walked in. Entitled Dad, getting louder. "Well, it's obvious you are not a furry animal. We are here on time and we want our service. Call the therapist in right now." Clinic audiologist. "Yep, just a human." At this point, clinic audiologist decided to take her leave since she probably has a patient waiting, and entitled mom decides to take a large step trying to cut her off, bumping hard into Professor. Then I realized the dumb entitled mom collided into the second top professor in the clinic, literally the woman who is second to the head of the audiology department, a woman so lovely but could tear you a new ear if you made her angry. I was expecting her to rampage, but she said nothing at all. This is the part where it'll get funny. Secretary stepped in with a stern warning, pulling entitled mom a little from her shoulder to get her away from the professor, and entitled mom goes, "How dare they make us wait when we are perfectly on time? We want the therapist." After this point, police is called. Entitled parents got charged with white code, which is assault against hospital workers, usually gets you banned from the said hospital. But no worries, children are unaffected by this, so the child went on with the therapy. Edit. Sadly, we later learned that the EPs were more like APs, which I call abusive parents. The father coming before had thrown the kid's backpack into the trash for reasons we have no idea. Wow. "Hey, Mrs. Wickham. Thanks again for hiring me to watch your kids. I was wondering when I could pick up/meet you to get the money?" We never said that we were paying you. We let you stay at our house for 2 days and play with Nick and Sydney. You also got free food and a place to sleep." Well, when we met to talk about this, you suggested that it would be $8 an hour. We both agreed on this. Brandon, I don't remember this. Well, we discussed it. I'm not paying you $8 an hour for 27 hours. I did this to pay for my gas and food. I will gladly accept $200 instead of the $216 that you should be paying me. I'm not paying you $200. I will only give you $40. You can put this on resumes. Colleges will love it. No. That's only 18% of what we agreed on. Well, since you're not kind enough to watch my kids for $40, then I'm not paying you at all. Don't ever talk to me again or my kids. Tell your mom that she should be ashamed of herself for raising such a horrible kid. I'm blocking you on all of my family's numbers. You're kidding, right? My story of an entitled parent. I'm a 20-year-old that works at the local supermarket chain as a cashier, and I've been doing so for about 6 months now. Anyway, here is some backstory for the story to make sense. Our slower days are usually Monday and Tuesday, and so the front end has a handful of people for morning shifts, 3 cashiers and baggers, 2 to work a big register, and 1 to work an express lane. Usually 1 to 2 shift leaders that hang out in the office to do audits, manage other shifts, and make the schedule. Usually more people come in during the afternoon to work as we pick up because the school lets out. The store is a popular hangout for students since it's across the street and people are getting out of work. Anyway, around 10 or 11 we got really busy, and so my bagger had to open another register and the shift leader had to bag for us. So I was processing a WIC check, which is a food aid program for an expecting mother and mothers with young children to help buy food. So you have to make sure that the date is correct, make sure that the product is WIC approved, and the product is listed on the check and in the correct size. It does matter. So anyway, this poor mother whose order I was processing was unorganized and having a bad day, and she's late picking up her daughter. Meanwhile, she keeps apologizing for holding things up. I tell her no problem, let her continue trying to sort out checks and products. Then the entitled mother and her son, who is about 16 or so, come into my lane with a handful of stuff. At this point, the other mother has finished getting her things in order, and I've just begun processing the order when entitled mother interrupts me. "Excuse me, sir?" she asks. "Yes, ma'am, may I help?" I ask nicely. "Hi, I was wondering if you could open another register for us. We're in a hurry." Entitled mother replies as her son quietly keeps to himself. "Ma'am, I'll be with you after I finish with this customer. There's another lane open as well as an express and 2 self-check booths," I inform her calmly. "Well, they have lines at them," entitled mother says, raising her voice. The son seems quite uneasy at this point. "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you need to wait till I finish with this customer, or you can go to another line and wait there," I again nicely inform. "But we're in a hurry," she says, almost yelling at this point. "Mum, please calm down," her son said, grabbing her arm. She ignores him. "Ma'am, if you're not going to act like a civilized human being, I'm done speaking with you. Please be patient as I finish this lady's order," I replied to her. "How dare you!" she yells. At this point, I ignore her and continue with the other mother's order. I then hand her back her check, told her the total, and ask her to sign it. The entitled mother then snatches the check from me. My shift leader and the store manager then intervene, and the poor son is clearly embarrassed. She is told to return the check and is asked to leave the store. She flips out and almost rips the check, but I managed to grab it as she wasn't paying attention. After this, both her and her son are forced to leave, but the son apologizes and hands the other mother a 20 and leaves with his mother. Now, I'm of the opinion that with these entitled parents, it can go either way. Either entitled parents breed entitled children, or you have an example like this son where they can recognize, like they have the cognitive ability to be able to see that this is not correct, it's not a good way to act, and they become embarrassed of their parents. Hi. Hello. So you know how much Jenna loved her cat bag, right? She saw a bag with cats on it in the store and really wanted it, but we didn't want to spend the money for it because it's not worth it. Do you think you can let her have yours or at least borrow it? She didn't forget about it. She will get tired of it eventually, then you can have it back. Are you serious? After what happened last time, it will be a no. Why did you take so long to respond earlier? And yes, I'm serious. And that's really rude of you. She's a little girl. She just wants to play around with it. Why are you being like this? 1, I was busy. 2, I don't care. 3, see number 2. How heartless can you be? Just let her play with this stupid bag. You will not order me around. If she wants to play with the bag, then I will send you a link so you can purchase one yourself. I already told you I don't want to spend money on it. Okay, so how is that my problem? I bought it for myself. The bag is around $2,000 and I will not have it ruined. Stop bothering me. So now you're saying that my daughter will ruin the stupid bag? What an evil, cruel bitch you are. You can afford it anyway. Just because I can afford a bag that I worked hard for doesn't mean that your daughter is entitled to it. You are her mother, you entitled, stupid bitch. If she wants something, then you buy it for her. Go shove a vacuum up your ass and maybe it will be able to suck the stupidity out of you. Stop contacting me. Fuck you. I will be telling your grandparents about what a bitch you are. LMAO, go ahead. They already know that I'm in the right. Sorry, sweetie, they aren't going to stop loving me. Okay, so there's two things about this one that I really want to question. One is I really want to know what happened last time. But the other thing is that I want to know what a cat bag looks like that's around $2,000. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you again so much for watching. Hopefully in the next video, the mic audio is going to be a lot clearer, a lot better, a lot more enjoyable. I'm sorry that I couldn't get it out today, but that's just the way it is. So thanks again. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And tomorrow's video is probably going to be either choosing beggars or that happened. So if you have a preference, let me know in the comments below. And have a brilliant day. Bye!